the year 2024, and Roblox has announced The Hunt, an Easter egg hunt event which allegedly was retired back in April of 2020, made its triumphant return and sent the community into a frenzy. But when the day of the event came, the community was left disappointed due to Roblox's lack of creative choice when it came to games for the event. Their choices ranged from genuinely good games to full-on cash grabs and copy-pastes. This is Roblox Hunt, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We will start on a high note by mentioning the games that had exceptional events. Haha, yes, please laugh at my joke, it was really funny. The first game is Arsenal. The Arsenal devs, as usual, went above and beyond to create their game-exclusive event. They made a stealth facility break-in mission which, when coupled with their wide range of weapons and remarkable storytelling, creates a wonderful experience that pretty much anyone can enjoy. There is no penalty for death, so newer players can take as long as they need to win. The story was also created wonderfully, and when I was playing, I genuinely forgot I was even playing Arsenal. Second off, we have RB Battles. RB Battles revolutionized the minigames genre with their creative approach to animations, cutscenes, and designs. This was all accumulated into a wonderful event where you had to collect a shard and then smash it to be transported into a test chamber, where an incredibly directed cutscene filled with wonder happened. At this point, then, you are transported again into a classroom where a professor, who was voice acted, gives you an option between a rat battle and a rap battle. Based on which one you choose, you will get a minigame. If you choose a rat battle, you'll have to do a wave defense against rats in the sewer. If you choose rap battle, you have to play a Prapper the Rapper kind of game against the professor. Either route gives you the badge. This was masterfully created and a lot was put into it, thus it earns a place in the good category. Third, we have Deathball. This is a sort of Blade Ball ripoff, but except it's completely different. The Blade Ball event was nothing more than just an NPC who gave you a quest to literally play the game. Deathball had a whole boss fight against the Core Block's Death Speaker. This boss fight was one of, if not the most, visually appealing boss fight I have ever done. Along with that, the gameplay was amazing as well, with a wide variety of attacks coming from the boss, to the added difficulty of having to pass the ball between you and the boss whenever it came to your turn. Genuinely had fun doing this badge, and even though it took a few attempts, it was worth the time. Last in the good category, we have Club Roblox, which is strange considering I don't like role-playing games at all, and while most other role-playing games consisted of fetch quests or NPC tasks, Club Roblox went and built a whole Obby game based on collecting a top-secret duck from an organization. This Obby impressed me because I didn't think that role-playing game devs had it in them to create genuine, impressive puzzles and obstacles. Not to mention, it's also very beginner-friendly and it is very easy and straightforward. With the end of the good section, we begin our descent further down the hole of bad Roblox hunt games. First off, we have Shindo Life. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is well made, but in my experience with this event, the eggs were too hard to find, mostly due to them being decently small and also being hidden in very tight/obscured places. Overall, Shindo Life itself is a good game, but I think they could have done something better for their hunt event. Also, they pretty much made it a standard egg hunt with nothing else involved with it, except for some lore and some pretty cool animations. But remember, I'm judging how the devs made the event, not the game. Plus, I'm not a big Naruto fan, so this game didn't really resonate with me at all. Second, we have Sonic Speed Simulator. This game, in and of itself, isn't too great of a game. More or less, it's your generic speed simulator. You run, get speed, collect your gems, and rebirth. That's pretty much it. The main nitpick I have of this event is that you have to collect 100 time charms, which are scattered around a facility. I think The facility they made was really cool, and GameFam knows how to build maps. But why did they make the charms the only thing with a proximity prompt? It's so annoying having to slow down just to collect 1 out of 100 time charms. Over time, this got repetitive and annoying. Though the world building was great, the choice of collectibles really wasn't. The last one in the bad category, we have Treasure Hunt Simulator. This used to be one of my favorite games back in the day. I mostly dropped it because I forgot about it. So when I came back, I was hit with a wave of nostalgia. The hunt quest required you to get 3 different chests, a diamond chest, a ruby chest, and an amethyst chest. With good enough gear, the ruby and diamond chests are a breeze, considering both of them can be found in the first 100 blocks of the mine, and could be mined even without having to empty your backpack. The amethyst chest was just not friendly to try and get. It's like it was trying to avoid you. It spawns 300 plus blocks underneath the surface, and not only is it really hard to reach, because if you're starting, it will take you an hour just to reach 300 blocks, the sand around it is so thick that it takes a while to mine it, not to mention the amethyst chest has around 75,000 health, and will take like 15 minutes to mine, not to mention that the mine might collapse at any moment and you will lose your progress on the chest. This event was a pain, thus why it's in the bad category. Quick reminder, I am criticizing the game event, not the game itself. We have finally reached the bottom of the hole, the lowest of the low, the ugly. These games hold a special place in absolutely no one's heart because these games were made by scum for scum. I despise Roblox for even choosing these games. Do you know how many games would kill for a chance to be in this event? And yet Roblox chose literal cash grabs and copy pastes instead of genuine good games. First of all, I just want to say, these games are going to be grouped with their copy-paste / cash grab friends. The first set of games is Pull a Sword, Lumberjack Simulator, and Arm Wrestling Simulator. These games are all scummy and terrible. They're all pretty much the exact same, with only minor differences. Though you could make an argument that these games were made by the same studio, thus would be similar. It's literally the same game, which is primarily used to make money from brain-dead kids. In Pull a Sword, you instantly are bombarded with ads for some pay-to-win things that cost obscene amounts of Robux, and are targeted towards small-minded individuals who have somehow gotten a hold of their parents' credit card. What you have to do, you have to defeat the third boss in an event world, where it just so happens that the pets being advertised don't help at all. This is purely a time waster and should not be encouraged. The only thing that I can praise them for is their consideration to give people free auto train and auto battle, so they don't have to sit there mindlessly clicking buttons to get higher numbers. The same thing goes for the rest of the games. Both the Lumberjack Simulator and Arm Wrestling Simulator require you to defeat some sort of third tier boss, which is only reasonable after playing the game for 20 minutes. Thus, from just these 3 games, you have wasted an entire hour. The second set of games is the bike obbies. More specifically, Roblox Obby but you are on a bike. These are downright horrendous. Though Bike of Hell is less scummy and more just annoying to get, it doesn't excuse its unoriginality. The main offender of these games is Roblox Obby but you are on a bike. This game, on spawning, instantly bombards you with even more pop-ups than Pull a Sword does, which are also obscenely priced and not worth it. The objectives that you have to complete are completely worthless and are a waste of time. If you don't have a flying bike, which most people don't, there is a pretty much no chance of you ever finishing this game. The first objective requires you to finish the first world in 12 minutes, which is completely unreasonable time, and thus leads to complications for new players or people who haven't played before / haven't paid before. The second objective is slightly better in that you just have to win a race in the top 3. I can't comment on this because I didn't do the game for one of my 95 games for the event, but I heard you don't even have to do the entire objectives list. Instead, you can just do the third one, which just so happens to be finish world 4, which again is completely unreasonable for new players just trying to get the stupid badge and completion. Not to mention, every 2 times you die, another pop-up comes up prompting you to buy infinite fly or something else. This game is worse than most mobile games that you have on your phone. Overall, this will take at least 3 hours to finish if you aren't good enough and you don't have a flying bike. The final game is The Floor is Lava. I don't hate this game, but the ads are a bit much. There are also way too many prompts of where you could buy things and they get in the way. They also make you want to pay. Though the event wasn't all too terrible, I just want to complain about how this game is purely trying to market you things that you don't need. I think it's extremely scummy and inexcusable to give kids purchasable items which are bought with real-world money. It's irresponsible and thus should not be happening. Shame on Roblox for endorsing this. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this little rant about the Roblox hunt, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.